If you're over 60 and you can't do this with your hand right now, your risk of dying in the next 5 years just went up by 40%. I'm talking about grip strength, and what's happening inside your body when you lose it is worse than most doctors are telling you. This isn't about lifting weights or opening jars. Your hand strength is directly connected to your heart, your brain, and how long you're going to live. And almost everyone over 50 is losing it without knowing why. Here's what I'm going to show you. There are 5 hidden mistakes destroying your grip strength right now, and the number one cause isn't what you think. It's not age, it's not arthritis, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to test yourself and what to do about it before it's too late. Let me start with the biggest mistake, because this one's already happening to you. You're eating enough protein, but your body can't use it. After age 50, your muscles become resistant to protein. It's called anabolic resistance. You could eat a steak every day and still lose muscle in your hands, your legs, everywhere. Your body needs almost double the protein per meal to trigger the same muscle growth it used to. Most seniors eat 15 to 20 grams of protein at breakfast. That's not even close. Your muscles don't respond to that anymore. They need at least 30 to 40 grams per meal, and it has to include leucine, the amino acid that tells your muscles to grow. What happens inside your body when you don't get enough? Your muscle fibers start shrinking. The motor neurons that control your hand movements start dying off. And here's the part nobody talks about. Your brain sees weak grip strength as a survival threat. It starts shutting down non-essential systems. Your balance gets worse, your reaction time slows. You're more likely to fall, and when you do, you're more likely to break something because your muscles aren't protecting your bones anymore. The long-term consequence isn't just weak hands, it's losing your independence. It's not being able to live alone. It's needing help with things you've done your whole life, and it starts with your grip. But here's where it gets interesting. Even if you fix your protein, there's something else stealing your strength every single night. And that's not even the mistake causing the most damage. The second mistake is inflammation, and it's happening while you sleep. Chronic, low-grade inflammation destroys muscle tissue faster than your body can rebuild it. And for most seniors, it's coming from their gut. Your intestinal lining gets weaker with age. It's called leaky gut. Undigested food particles, bacteria, toxins, they leak into your bloodstream. Your immune system attacks them, and that creates inflammation everywhere, in your joints, in your muscles, in your hands. This is where most people get it wrong. They think inflammation means pain and swelling, but the inflammation that destroys grip strength is silent. You don't feel it. You just wake up weaker, stiffer, and you blame it on age. Meanwhile, your body is using all its energy to fight this internal fire instead of building muscle. Your grip strength drops, your endurance drops, and every year it gets worse. Here's what's happening at the cellular level. Inflammatory molecules called cytokines break down muscle protein. They block the signals that tell your muscles to grow. And they speed up sarcopenia, which is the medical term for age-related muscle loss. After 60, you lose about 3% of your muscle mass every year if you do nothing. But with chronic inflammation, that number doubles. The symptom you'll notice first? You'll struggle with buttons, turning keys, opening bottles. Your hands will feel stiff in the morning, but it goes away after you move around, so you ignore it. That's the warning sign. And most people miss it until they've already lost 20 or 30% of their grip strength. Almost nobody checks this, but the fix is simpler than you think. You need to reduce gut inflammation and support your intestinal barrier. Omega-3s from fish oil help. Glutamine helps. Fermented foods help. But the fastest change comes from removing the foods that trigger the inflammation in the first place. For most seniors, that's processed seed oils, refined sugar, and sometimes gluten or dairy. But even if you clean up your diet and lower inflammation, there's a third mistake that's even more dangerous because it's invisible. You're dehydrated and you don't know it. Your thirst mechanism weakens with age. By the time you feel thirsty, you're already dehydrated. And here's what that does to your muscles.
Muscle tissue is 75% water. When you're dehydrated, your muscles can't contract properly. Your grip weakens immediately. Your endurance crashes, and if it's chronic, your muscle cells start breaking down. This sounds healthy, but it's not. Most seniors drink water, but they don't absorb it. You need electrolytes, especially sodium, potassium, and magnesium. Without those, water passes right through you. Your cells stay dehydrated, your muscles stay weak, and your kidneys have to work harder, which makes everything worse. Here's the part that scares me. Dehydration also thickens your blood. That raises your blood pressure. It increases your risk of stroke and heart attack. And grip strength is one of the earliest warning signs. Studies show that people with weak grip strength have significantly higher rates of cardiovascular disease. Your hand strength is literally predicting your heart health. The long-term consequence? Your body starts prioritizing vital organs over your muscles. It pulls water and nutrients away from your hands, your arms, your legs. You lose strength, you lose coordination, and if you fall, your body doesn't have the reserves to recover quickly. Your body reacts very differently than you think. It doesn't just make you weaker, it makes you more fragile, more vulnerable. And it happens so gradually that you don't notice until it's already serious. The fix? Drink half your body weight in ounces of water every day. Add a pinch of sea salt to your water or take an electrolyte supplement without sugar. Eat potassium-rich foods like bananas, avocados, and sweet potatoes. And check your urine color. If it's darker than pale yellow, you're not drinking enough. But there's a fourth mistake. And this one's shocking because everyone thinks they're doing the right thing. This is where most people get it wrong. You're resting too much. Seniors are told to take it easy, avoid strain, be careful. And that advice is killing your grip strength. Your muscles need stress to stay strong. When you stop using them, they atrophy, fast. After just 2 weeks of inactivity, you can lose up to 10% of your muscle strength. After a month, it's even worse. Here's what happens inside your body. Your motor neurons, the nerves that control your muscles, they start disconnecting. It's called denervation. Once a muscle loses its nerve connection, it's much harder to rebuild. You're not just losing muscle, you're losing the wiring that controls it. And grip strength is especially vulnerable because your hands are complex. You have 34 muscles controlling your fingers and grip. If you're not using them in varied, challenging ways, they weaken fast. Scrolling on your phone doesn't count. Typing doesn't count. You need resistance. You need to squeeze, pull, twist, and hold heavy objects. The real-life symptom? You'll notice weakness during everyday tasks. Carrying groceries, holding a coffee cup, lifting a pot off the stove. And once you start avoiding those tasks because they're hard, the weakness accelerates. It becomes a downward spiral. Here's the contradiction that most people don't understand. Rest is important, but too much rest is dangerous. Your body adapts to whatever you do most. If you sit most of the day, your body gets better at sitting. If you use your hands, your body keeps them strong. It's that simple. Now here's where everything I just told you connects to something most doctors won't mention. The #1 health mistake destroying your grip strength isn't physical. It's vitamin D deficiency, and it's affecting your muscles right now. Over 70% of seniors are deficient in vitamin D, and most don't know it. Vitamin D isn't just for bones, it's critical for muscle function. Your muscle cells have vitamin D receptors. Without enough vitamin D, your muscles can't contract efficiently. They can't recover from exercise, and they break down faster. Why it silently ruins results? Because low vitamin D doesn't feel like anything at first. You just feel tired, a little weaker. You blame it on age. Meanwhile, your muscle protein synthesis drops by 30% or more. You could do everything else right, Eat more protein, reduce inflammation, stay hydrated, exercise, and still lose strength if your vitamin D is low. Why most people never notice it? Vitamin D deficiency doesn't show up in obvious ways. There's no pain, no rash, no clear warning, just gradual, progressive weakness. And because it happens slowly, you adapt. You start using 2 hands instead of 1. You ask for help opening things. You don't realize how much strength you've lost until you test your grip. Why fixing everything else won't help without this? Vitamin D controls over 200 genes in your body, including the ones that regulate muscle growth and inflammation. Without it, your body can't build muscle efficiently, it can't recover, and it can't fight the chronic inflammation that's destroying your tissue. Here's what you need to do. Get your vitamin D levels tested. You want your blood level between 40 and 60 nanograms per milliliter. Most seniors are below 30. If you're low, take supplement with vitamin D3, not D2. Take at least 2,000 to 4,000 IUs per day with a meal that contains fat because vitamin D is fat soluble. And get sunlight on your skin for 15 to 20 minutes a day without sunscreen when possible. The change happens fast. Within 4 to 6 weeks of correcting your vitamin D, your grip strength can improve by 10 to 15%. Your energy improves, your balance improves, and your long-term survival odds improve because grip strength is one of the strongest predictors of longevity. So let me ask you this. Which one of these mistakes were you making without realizing it? Was it the protein, the inflammation, the dehydration, the lack of movement, or the vitamin D? Because I'm willing to bet it's more than one. Here's how to test your grip strength at home. Squeeze a bathroom scale with one hand as hard as you can. If you're a man over 60, you should be able to hit at least 70 pounds. If you're a woman, at least 45 pounds. If you're below that, you need to start fixing these mistakes now. Subscribe to Revitamen if you want health advice that actually works, not the watered-down version your doctor gives you in 5 minutes.